Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Over 72% voter turnout recorded in single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh. More than 70% voting in second and final phase polls in Chhattisgarh. Political parties intensify their campaign for assembly elections in Rajasthan and Telangana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stresses on efforts to deal effectively with challenges posed by artificial intelligence and deep fake technology. Punjab and Haryana High Court declares 75% domicile quota for Haryana locals in private sector as unconstitutional. And Chhath Puja being celebrated in different parts of the country with religious fervour. More than 72% voter turnout was recorded in single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh and over 70% in second and final phase of polling in Chhattisgarh today. In Madhya Pradesh, barring small incidents, voting for all 230 assembly seats was conducted peacefully. Voting ended peacefully at 3 p.m. in Naxal-affected Balaghat district and some polling stations in Mandla and Dindori districts. Chief Electoral Officer Anupam Rajan said till 5 p.m. the highest 85.59% voting was reported in Sailana constituency of Ratlam, while the lowest 50.41% votes were cast in Bhind constituency.
रतलाम में जो सैलाना विधानसभा है वहां पे सबसे ज्यादा मतदान का प्रतिशत है 5 बजे तक जो 85.49 है। ये वही विधानसभा है जहां पिछले 2018 के चुनाव में भी सबसे ज्यादा वोट डले थे। उस समय यहां पे 89% वोट डले थे। सबसे कम मतदान वाली विधानसभा हमारी भिंड है। भिंड में 50.41% मतदान हुआ है 5 बजे तक।
Our correspondent reports that with the completion of voting, the fate of 2,533 candidates, including 252 women, is sealed in EVMs.
In Madhya Pradesh, voters received a red carpet welcome at some places while polling stations were decorated with balloons in other places. Voters also fully enjoyed the innovations of Election Commission and voted warmly. The youth who came to vote for the first time clicked lots of pictures in the selfie point. Initially, the pace of voting was a bit slow, but from noon onwards, the voting picked up momentum. Counting of votes in the state will take place on December 3. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, voting for the second phase for 70 assembly seats has concluded peacefully except sporadic incidents. Chief Electoral Officer Reena Baba Sahib Kangle said over 70% voting was recorded till 5 p.m. The highest turnout of 82% was recorded in Kurud Assembly constituency and the lowest turnout of 52% was recorded in Raipur South. The final figures are awaited. The Chief Electoral Officer said that during the voting about 1% cases of technical faults in the machines were reported, which were quickly sorted out. A security force soldier was killed in a blast caused by Maoists while a polling party was returning after voting from Bindra Navagarh Assembly constituency of Gariaband district. A total of 959 candidates, including 130 women, are in the fray in the second phase. Prominent among them are Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel from Patan, Assembly Speaker Dr. Charan Das Mahant from Sakti and Deputy Chief Minister T.S. Singh Dev from Ambikapur. At the same time, BJP State President and MP from Lormi, Arun Sao, Leader of Opposition from Janjgir Champa, Narayan Chandel, Union Minister of State from Bharatpur Sonhat, Renuka Singh, MP from Patalgaon, Gomti Sayan, MP from Patan, Vijay Baghel were also in the fray. Meanwhile, political parties have intensified their campaign for assembly elections in Rajasthan and Telangana. In Rajasthan, polling for 199 assembly constituencies in the state will be held on the 25th of this month. Today, election meetings of about 24 star campaigners from different parties were organized at different places. Senior BJP leader Amit Shah, while addressing the election rally in Vijayanagar and Nasirabad of Ajmer, targeted the Congress government of the state on the issue of corruption and the law and order issue. On the other hand, Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed election rallies in Sagwara and Chittorgarh. Addressing a public meeting in Chittorgarh, she said the BJP is doing politics to divert attention.
Senior BJP leaders Yogi Adityanath, Hemant Biswa Sarma, Pushkar Singh Dhami, Union Ministers Nitin Gadkari and Smriti Irani held public meetings in support of party candidates at various places. Arjun Ram Meghwal also campaigned for the party candidates. On the other hand, Congress leaders Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot held public meetings at various places and appealed to vote for the party candidates. Bahujan Samaj Party chief Mayawati held an election rally in Dholpur, while Rashtriya Loktantrik Party leader Hanuman Beniwal also campaigned for the party's candidates. Renuka with Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, the 119-member state legislative assembly will go to polls on the 30th of this month. In Telangana, all major parties are making all-out efforts to woo voters in favour of their candidates as the state is going for polls on the 30th of this month. AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge released Telangana Abhaya Hastam manifesto of the Congress for the assembly elections. The manifesto highlighted more than 6 guarantees for women, farmers, poor, minorities, among others. Mr. Kharge affirmed that the Congress will definitely implement all the 6 guarantees and the decision to implement them will be taken at the first cabinet meeting if voted for power. Participating in Congress Vijay Abheri meeting at Narsampet in Warangal district, senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said that a separate state was given as per the wishes of the people of Telangana and not just for one family. He said if the Congress comes to power, it will provide free travel to women in RTC buses and scooties will be given to students. Addressing a press conference in Hyderabad, BJP Rajya Sabha member Dr. K. Lakshman criticized the Congress party for deceiving the people in the name of guarantees. On the other hand, BRS Chief and Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao alleged that the Congress is harassing the people of Telangana for over 5 decades. Addressing a public meeting in Karimnagar, he alleged that during the Congress regime there were problems of irrigation, drinking water and electricity. Counting of votes for all 5 states will take place on December the 3rd. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed that efforts should be made to deal effectively with the challenges posed by artificial intelligence and deep fake technology. Addressing the media at the Deepavali Milan program organized by the BJP in New Delhi today, the Prime Minister urged journalists and media persons to educate and make people aware of the challenges posed by these technologies. The Prime Minister also pitched for taking the country forward by focusing on the vision of Viksit Bharat. He said Viksit Bharat is not a word for us but a ground reality now. He expressed confidence that India has the full potential to become a developed nation by the year 2047. Mentioning the potential of the Local for Vocal initiative, the Prime Minister said more than 4,50,000 crore rupees worth of business was done in the last 1 week of the festival season.
वोकल फॉर लोकल इस विषय को जितना बल दिया और मैं इस छठ पूजा के साथ जोड़ करके हिसाब लगाऊं तो इस एक वीक में 4.5 लाख करोड़ से ज्यादा का कारोबार हुआ है। ये देश के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात होती है और उसमें हर छोटे मोटे व्यक्ति की जिंदगी में कमाई होती है।
Mr. Modi said the world is witnessing the growing stature of India and the country is unstoppable now. He also mentioned that due to the concerted efforts of the government, over 13,50,000 people came out of poverty in recent years. Talking about the hardship faced by people during the COVID pandemic, the Prime Minister expressed grief over the demise of several journalists and their family members during the pandemic. He emphasized regular medical checkup after the age of 40 years.
40 के बाद कम से कम एक रेगुलर मेडिकल चेकअप होना चाहिए। हम कोई ऐसी व्यवस्था विकसित कर सकते हैं कि जिसमें मेडिकल चेकअप के लिए सरकार भी कोई व्यवस्था करे, आपके बिजनेस हाउसेज हैं वो भी कुछ व्यवस्था करे, लेकिन 40 के बाद हमारे फील्ड के जितने भी साथी हैं उनके परिवारजन भी हैं, हम एक रेगुलर मेडिकल चेकअप का, क्योंकि मैं सचमुच में बहुत हैरान हूं कि 40-50 की आयु के लोग हमने खो दिए।
The Prime Minister extended his greeting to the people for the Chhath festival. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said the Global South is ready to take a big responsibility on global issues. Addressing the concluding leaders' session of the Voice of Global South Summit today, Mr. Modi said the Global South wants its voice to be heard on global governance, and the message is clear that the Global South wants its autonomy. He said the summits of the Global South being held in a year and large participation in it sends out a big message to the world. Mr. Modi said India is proud that during an important forum like the G20, it got the opportunity to put the voice of the Global South on the agenda.
भारत को गर्व है कि हमें G20 जैसे महत्वपूर्ण फोरम में ग्लोबल साउथ की आवाज को एजेंडा पर रखने का अवसर मिला। इसका श्रेय आप सभी के मजबूत समर्थन और भारत के प्रति आपके दृढ़ विश्वास को जाता है और इसके लिए मैं हृदय से आप सबका बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं।
Speaking at the summit, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal said the crisis of the COVID pandemic, impact of climate change and raging geopolitical tensions disrupted the global supply chains. He emphasized the need to discuss ways and means for countries to cooperate and act together to make supply chains open, secure and more resilient. The Punjab and Haryana High Court today quashed the Haryana State Employment of Local Candidates Act 2020, having provision of 75% reservation to the domiciles of the state in the private sector in Haryana. The bench of Justice Gurmeet Singh Sandhavalia and Justice Harpreet Kaur Jeevan pronounced the verdict on a bunch of petitions filed by Faridabad Industries Association and other petitioners. The act was notified by the government in November 2021. As per the notification issued by the state government, it provided 75% reservation to local youth in private sector jobs that offer a monthly salary of less than 30,000 rupees from January the 15th, 2022. It covered private companies, societies, trusts and partnership firms in the state. President Draupadi Murmu will inaugurate a two-day international conference cum exhibition on aerospace and aviation in 2047 in New Delhi tomorrow. The Defence Ministry said the Aeronautical Society of India, AESI, is organising the event to commemorate 75 years of excellence of the AESI. In Andhra Pradesh, as part of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra, publicity activities on central government schemes are being carried out through 3 IEC information, education and communication vans in 329 Gram Panchayats in 16 mandals of Alluri Sitaramaraju district. Speaking to the media today, District Collector Sumit Kumar said the massive outreach program Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra is undertaken by the Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Governor of Andhra Pradesh S. Abdul Nazir inaugurated the program at Araku Valley on the 15th of November. The program will continue till the 15th of January next year. The key domestic indices today ended with losses amid mixed cues from the global share markets. The BSE Sensex closed below the 65,800 mark, while the NSE Nifty finished below 19,750. The Sensex fell 188 points to close at 65,795. The Nifty lost 33 points to settle at 19,732. The 4-day Chhath Puja And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Over 72% voter turnout recorded in single-phase assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh. More than 70% voting in second and final phase polls in Chhattisgarh. Political parties intensify their campaign for assembly elections in Rajasthan and Telangana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stresses on efforts to deal effectively with challenges posed by artificial intelligence and deep fake technology. Punjab and Haryana High Court declares 75% domicile quota for Haryana locals in private sector as unconstitutional. And Chhath Puja being celebrated in different parts of the country with religious fervour. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.